So according to Lori Lightfoot, protests are fine and considered peaceful as long as they are not on her block. But what about when they are?
This is a different time like no other. And I'm not going to make any excuses for the fact that given the threats that I have personally received, given the threats to my home and my family, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that they are protected. And I make no apologies whatsoever for that.
Well, that seems a bit hypocritical. What's up guys, Logic over Emotion, and before we begin this video about how hypocritical Lori Lightfoot is, I'd like to take 2 seconds to remind you to comment on the video, like the video, share the video. If this is your first time here at Logic over Emotion viewing a video, I'd like to ask you to hit that subscribe button because we would love to have you, because here we bring the hard truth while others are busy virtue signaling. Now let's get into the content. Lori Lightfoot has had extra police detail placed around her block, and this is at the expense of other areas that actually need that police detail. And, you know, now they're short on cops, right? Because there's so many of them guarding her block, her special block. And as you heard, it's because she feels threatened. She's had direct threats made against her and her family, and she would do anything, you know, that she can do to protect them. But my question is, why do your constituents not deserve the same protection? Why is it that buildings can burn, just businesses to the ground, people can get hurt, and you really don't care? You really think you are special? I mean, because you know, I remember a time when you went to go get your hair done while simultaneously telling everyone that they should remain indoors, things should be locked down. But you know, because you're mayor, you're something special, right? And this is funny because the left has this, they do this thing where they deny like crime and the mob violence until it directly affects them. You know, everything is peaceful and everything until it gets to your block, and then you want to, you know, invoke stuff to protect you, right? And so I don't understand why you deserve any extra protection. I mean, you're receiving the threats because you're a terrible mayor, and you don't care about your city. Now, let's also keep in mind that in Chicago, I do believe that protesting in residential areas is not legal. But of course, you can't tell me that this is the first instance of, you know, residential protesting. And not to mention that the loot, it's not like the looting and rioting and all that was legal, and they didn't back the cops and didn't care to stop that. But she will protect her own private property, just not the people that she's actually responsible for. And so, you know, this is just messed up all kinds of ways. So you pull cops from other areas, and then keep in mind that Chicago is one of the places with strictest gun laws. So, you know, I can just see it now. Like, if you had to defend yourself there, you would probably end up like the couple in Missouri, right? Where, you know, even if you try to protect yourself, you would probably be charged. And Chicago's consistently trying to take guns away. And, you know, this is just dumb. This whole situation is dumb. You know, Lori Lightfoot is so hypocritical. I don't understand how these people can stay in places of power and keep their job when they're so blatantly, you know, doing everyone so bad in their districts. I mean, all you have, like look at the picture surrounding this article, and like look at like how many cops. That makes no sense whatsoever. So again, because you're special and you know you got to protect your family, but at the same time not caring about anyone else, not caring about any crime. This whole time Donald Trump has been trying to offer you help and you've been declining it. Oh, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. But how fine are you when you have to put extra police detail on your block because people are making threats, right? You've let Chicago go to a point that it should have never gotten to. I mean, with the way murders are there, it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. But you know, at some point, things are just going to become very difficult for you. And then it's funny because the people actually lived on the block talked about how difficult it was to actually get in, you know, showing ID and doing all this stuff. And so she's pretty much created this barricade to protect herself from her own burning city and the protesters. And, you know, I think that they're going to start changing their tune around these protesters, because I can't remember where it was. I really want to say it was Ted Wheeler, how he came out and started saying, oh, you know, I gotta ask you to stop doing stuff. There was a building specifically that people tried to burn, and I can't think of what it is. And he finally came out and said, you know, why are we doing this? And I'm like, you're just now asking that? Why, you know, why does it take people to burn a specific building before you come out and say that this isn't right and to actually do the right thing? And so now it's getting to a point where it's going to be directly affecting you guys. Now you know, protests are bad or they're not peaceful, but they've been peaceful this whole time, you know, while you give your little speeches and everything, and in the background, you know, you just see smoke, right? I mean, this is crazy. But this is the type of politicians, right, that we have in these blue areas. These guys are terrible people, and they should be voted out. And Lori Lightfoot is one of the worst. She is absolutely one of the worst. And, you know, if something bad happened to her, I would not be upset, because too many people have lost their lives while she has sat there and done nothing, you know. And she's basically collecting a paycheck. Because when I look at Chicago, it's kind of like they don't even have a mayor. It's like, what are you actually doing? What have you actually accomplished? That's rhetorical. Nothing. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this one. I just wanted to point out the abundant hypocrisy of Lori Lightfoot and just how terrible of a person she is. And I feel really bad for the people in Chicago, in her district, because they have no great opportunities with a mayor like that, who is not going to slow the crime down and get Chicago back to a place where it actually needs to be. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. That's going to be it for this video. So you guys take care.